I have a lot to talk about. It's going to be a little bit more in the weeds, but how many in this room know they should be utilizing video in their dealership? Pretty much everybody. Great. So we're going to get in a little deeper because I knew that you probably know you need to use video, but I'm going to talk a little bit more about some frameworks. Because what I get when I did a mystery search, we did a webinar recently, and I did 5 just random dealerships, and so I cut out, you can probably read some of their names, but pretty much the same thing, right? Every person that comes to your website, they fill out their form, and then they get an email that looks just like this. And then maybe they're different CRMs, maybe there's some other different process, but instead of doing something like this, which doesn't grab my attention, it just goes to archive or I delete it or something like that, or maybe it goes to my spam folder, doing something like this. And so we'll get there, but something that's going to grab your attention. If you saw on a whiteboard auto application approved for these subprime people, they're probably going to watch that and they're probably going to engage with you, right? So analytics inform, but emotions compel. Now, you guys have a lot of these numbers. We've been talking a lot about data. We've been talking about a lot of, the things you should be tracking. But if you're not grabbing into the human intellect, their emotions, like we were just listening to, is the subprime people that are scared to death. They don't know that they can maybe afford a car. You have to tap into that and let them know that you're on their side. So what we're going to talk about is why video works. You guys already know you should be using it, but why it works. We're going to tune your videos for attention. So as you start utilizing them, it doesn't matter what platform you use, you need to be able to grab their attention. And if you don't grab their attention, it's just a tool that you're not using well, right? So we'll go through a couple of frameworks as well on what you should be putting above the video, below the video, to make sure that people are engaging with these emails that you're sending with video. So we'll talk a little bit about text and video, and then we'll talk to you guys a little bit about what you can take away today and what we can talk about at the roundtable tomorrow, in what videos you should be doing. And there's 9 real main videos that every dealership should have for their salespeople as well as their managers. You guys know this thing, the crazy man, the wind man, and I don't know, as I've grown up, I've seen these all over the place at dealerships. And the funniest thing that I see is that you see one pop up, but then down the road you see 2, and then maybe they send you a mailer. And that's kind of the way that I've seen people competing in advertisement, or they try and figure out ways, and they spend a lot of money on things like that to scratch off tickets to come to the dealership. And then once they get that far, then they do the tent sale, right? And there's a problem with all of this, mainly because this is what they think. And funny story, while I was looking up these photos, I looked up sleazy car salesman. And then if you do sleazy saleswoman, you get different pictures. So don't do that if you guys are on your computers. But this is the stereotype that precedes you. And how do you guys change that, right? It's video. And so that's why you've been hearing video, 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 video. You should be using video. But video can help solve a couple of really big problems, especially when it's lead or in-market buyers. But the digital barrier, right? People are bombarded by emails every single day. You have in your email box right now, how many of those are spam? How many of those do you just check the box and delete or archive, right? You have to stand out in the inbox. So you have to grab their attention, which in this day and age, it is impossible. That's why Sean was talking about starting to use DMs or Facebook InMail or Facebook messaging, LinkedIn InMail, stuff like that to grab their attention. We want to help you guys take those slow pipelines, installed communications, and re-engage with them so that they actually will respond. So when you can get people to respond, that's when you start getting their attention. If you ever asked the question, why didn't he or she play my video? Have you guys asked that question before, if you are using anything with video? A better question to ask would be, why or should he or she play my video? Because many of you, I've seen some of the videos on Facebooks and all over the place. I would never play the video, or I watch it and I wish I never watched it again. We have a saying, every email that you send is an interaction on whether or not they're going to open the next email that you send. And so same thing with video. If they watch a really bad video that you do, they're probably not going to watch the next one that you do.
Do you like the content? Well, if you want the rest of this session, you need to sign up for Bradley On Demand, the world's best virtual training platform in the entire automotive industry, with some of the top speakers, salespeople, and trainers, and over 5,000 training modules. you will sell more cars, more often, and more profitably. So sign up now at www.bradleyondemand.com.